Rise and shine, Valley Farm family. Welcome back to another episode of the farm. If you're new here, you are most welcome. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and also turn your notification bells not to miss out on any episodes of the farm. And of course, to all our returning subscribers, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys so much for being part of this family and also loving Valley Farm. Well guys, we are right here, and of course your wish is our command. We are always bringing for you content that you request for, because you know what, we did a video for you when we were mixing for our pigs here, for the growers and the finishers, and you guys were requesting for us to do for you guys a video for also the weaned piglets, what they feed. I just hinted a little bit that we give them crib feeds, and most of you are really interested. How do you mix their feeds as well? How do they survive, especially when they get off their moms? Of course, the video is right here for you. We have to do this for you guys because you know what? We do it for learning purposes, to motivate you, to inspire you as well, and also learn from one another. And what we are doing different, maybe at Valley Farm, you may be doing it differently from your farm. So there's a lot. So basically for this video, I wanted it to be strictly for piglets, when they are born to when they are weaned. So we are going to talk about everything about piglets today in this video. That's what we are going to start with. I didn't want to start exactly with the mixing. I don't know, should we start with the mixing first, then we go back to when they are just with the moms? What do we do? What do you guys think?
Let's begin right when you receive your piglets.
Okay. Guys, the team has decided right here behind the camera. They say we start from right when we receive the piglets right here. Of course, when we talk about production and all that, that is another video of its own. We shall do that as well. But now that you have the piglets at the farm, your sows are furrowed, but you're just wondering, how are you going to go about everything with the piglets right here? Most times, of course, the housing also matters first. When you get those piglets, have you prepared enough space for them? For the mom, that is for the sow, and also for the piglets. The structure also determines how comfortable they're going to be there. So for us here, we are using the IMO. That is the system that we are using. It has really worked out for us, and we are benefiting from it. So the bedding is prepared enough when it's expecting. Of course, we transfer the expecting sow to a separate room for comfortability, for enough space for them to really, be comfortable, because this is an expecting sow. So when we prepare our room very well, that space is going to be enough for the piglets that are going to be furrowed as well. So when the piglets are right here, how are you going to manage? Because sometimes when the piglets are really furrowed, some sows are not really good enough. Some of them are good moms, some of them are not really good moms. Some of them may step on them, so you need to have enough space for them. That's why most cases you can have a separate or just a division from the pen, that you can be able to put your piglets separate from there. So when it's feeding time, when they're supposed to breastfeed, that's when you can put them together, or let them to feed with the mom or the sow. So that is also just for the housing bit of it. Then of course the IMO is really sprayed. We do clean here every day, by the way. So for the expecting sows, and also the ones that have just given birth, the lactating ones, we make sure that their rooms are really taken care of, like very clean. They should be thoroughly clean. The feeding troughs, the drinking troughs are clean properly. That's what we do right here. Then let's talk about the piglets here. They're here, they're feeding so well, they're with their mom, maybe the mom has enough milk as well. What are you going to do? In 3 days, it is very important for you to clip the teeth before they get stronger. Teeth clipping is very, very important for them. The thing is, when they're suckling from the mom, most of them bite the teeth. That's why you see that most of them have the bumps on their teeth, which is really very uncomfortable for the mom. Sometimes she may not even feed these piglets right here because of the wounds that are in the teeth. So it's very important for you to clip their teeth as well. that also helped them. And also when they're like playing around, because they also love, you know, playing around within themselves, they keep biting maybe the tails, the skin, which really injures them. So make sure you clip them. And who can do that? Someone who is a professional, someone who knows how to do it. So if you don't know how to do it, ask someone who can do it for you. You can as well on the 3rd day tail dock, but it's up to you. But within at least in a month's time, you can dock the tails. Most of you have even asked us about it, because I showed, I think, a few clips on TikTok or Instagram, and most of you are asking, why do you dock those tails? Why are those tails really cut? Yes, we dock the tails because it is up to you as well. It's not a must for you to do it, but it's also important for you to do it at your farm, because it helps them. Remember, piglets always love, you know, playing around with them, so they keep biting themselves. So it is better for you to dock the tails so that they don't hurt each other. You know, it's just for safety purposes. That's why we dock them, but there's no huge reason that you need to really dock the tails of the pigs, or there's a huge reason as to why we really dock the tails of these piglets. It's just for their safety purposes when they're together, when they're playing. And of course, some of you also saw, I think, some of the chains that we put in our pig pens. Those are to distract them, because pigs love playing with each other, jumping on each other. So when the chain is on the pig pen, it helps them to be distracted. They play with it, just distraction purposes. Yes. On the 3rd day still, you need to give them iron. Yes, iron shot. Iron shot is very, very important for the piglets to also boost their immunity, but also to be administered by the vet or someone who is experienced. You know that. And of course, the dosage also determines, because you may overdose also, which is not really very good. You need to give them 2 meals, at least 2 meals. That's what you give to the piglets for the iron. Then another thing, like within the 3 days to 14 days, that is the time that you can also do castration. I know this is something that most of you may be like, do you really castrate the pigs? Yes, the ones that you think are not going to perform well, the ones that you think that they're not going to make to your breeding program, those are the ones that you castrate. Yes. So when it's still, you know, at that young age, that is very important for you to castrate. We made a mistake one time. I remember we did delay. I think we discussed that with my co-director at one point, whereby, okay, we wanted to castrate some piglets, but we delayed to do that just because of some people who really refused to do it on an early stage. But we did castrate them later on. But the growth rate really came lower, and it really affected these piglets so much. They couldn't grow so much because the healing process was really long. It was so painful. They lost appetite. They couldn't eat properly. So when you delay to castrate these piglets, then it's going to really harm the pigs. So you need to be very careful. Everything that you need to do, castration, teeth clipping, tail docking, at a younger stage. Yes, then let's get to the feeding. I know most of you have been, this is the part you guys have been waiting for. For the piglets, when are we supposed to introduce for them solid feeds? Because they are now breastfeeding from the mom all the time. At least within 2 weeks. Remember, for the sows that we have, we always measure their feeds according to the piglets that they have. You know, we measure 1/4 kilogram per piglet. That's the amount that you give to the sow to eat. So if the sow has like 10 piglets, so you have to measure 2.5 kilograms. That is what you measure. On addition, what the sow is supposed to be eating. I hope you guys are noting down your notes, right? Yes. So after you doing that, of course, you have to introduce the crib feed, because most of you have been asking, okay, now the piglets, are they going to feed the same feed like you're giving to the sow? No, we have special feed for the piglets, and of course the piglets have crib feed. We have its own measurements, we have its own mixture, because this is just like solid food. Like if you have a baby, you don't have to just, when the baby is breastfeeding, you don't have to just start giving someone posho, you know, start with the soft food. Same to the piglets, you start with the very soft, you know, feeds that they can be able to digest, they can be able to consume as well, and it's not going to affect them. So you can start, you know, giving them at least a quarter as well, like a little bit, just a little bit separately for them to get familiar with the feeds. That's when they also start, you know, eating, not too much, because you don't have to spend too much. That is at 2 weeks, remember. Then the actual feeds for these piglets is given to them at 1 month when we wean them. Most of you have been asking, what time do you wean your piglets? We wean them at 1 month. So at 1 month, these piglets are already, you know, at least a little bit familiar with the crib feed. Even water source is available, because with what we have here at the farm, we also have the drinkers, so they are also familiar with the water as well, so it's very easy for them to easily, you know, adjust. So I wanted to talk about the mixture of the crib feed that we have at the farm. So this is our crib feed. We are using cowardice at the moment. It's not sponsored, guys. It is just something that we are sharing with you, something that is working for us. That's what we share. But in case anyone out there wants to sponsor, please sponsor these things, because you know what? People are trying it out and they are getting recommendations from Value Farm. I know most of you watch this from these companies, so sponsor us as well. But anyways, let's get back on track. I was talking about the crib feed that we are giving to the piglets. We are giving them the KPLC 50%. That's what we are giving them at the moment. And this comes in 20 kilograms. This is 20 kilograms, and the mixture is, we give it 40 kilograms of broken maize. The broken maize should be fine, not this other broken maize that we used previously when we were mixing for the growers and the finishers. So for this particular one, it should be really a little finer than the other one, because the other one was a little rough. But the broken maize for this one should be really fine, because you know, these are piglets, they have to digest this food. So that's what we give them. Then we also put in maize bran, which is 10 kilograms. So maize bran, 10 kilograms, broken maize, 40 kilograms. Then this is 20 kilograms. That is the mixture, as simple as that. So when we get this, of course, we've mixed our feed properly, it's ready for them to be fed. You have to also measure the feed when you're going to give to the piglets. And of course, I know most of you may really remember, sometimes we used to give our piglets some milk after weaning them. Yes, you can do that as well, because it is very important. If you have enough milk, especially cow milk, and maybe there's some that are not really having the good body size, you can, you know, give them some additional feeding of milk, which is also important. Doesn't have any harm on them as well, because after weaning these piglets, by the way, it's also relief on the mom, because most times these sows give birth like to 10, from 8 at least, okay, 6, 8, 10, 12 piglets. Most times by the time you wean them from the mom has really lost a lot of weight, so it is relief for them. So it's more important for you at least 1 month, relieve the mom so that they can recover within a month or 2. If they've recovered properly, then you serve it as well. That is the beauty about pig farming. You can really serve these sows as long as the body size is okay, as long as they have recovered. So let's get back to our piglets. I was still talking about the measurements of the feeds that you need to be focused on. So ½ kilogram in the morning, then ½ kilogram in the afternoon. Remember, here at Value Farm, we do feed our pigs at 9 a.m. in the morning and 3 p.m. in the afternoon. They only feed twice a day. And of course, what really helps them a lot here is the water. That's why we always tell our farmers out there, invest on nipple drinkers. As long as you have nipple drinkers, you have clean source of water. This is very important for your pigs at the farm. So that is basically what you have to give them. Let's talk about tagging them. What time do you tag the piglets? Piglets can be tagged at 1 month, immediately you wean them from their moms, because you know the skins are still soft and very good for them. They're strong enough to at least handle the pain of the tagging. And why do you tag them? For recording purposes. You have to record you have to have records at your farm as well, because remember, with piggery we also told you that inbreeding is not good when you're doing pig farming. So that really helps you to keep your records, so that you keep track of the piglets so that you don't cross them with their brothers and sisters. That is not good, or with their fathers when they grow up. So you make sure you keep your records, you tag, keep your records, and in case you're going to sell them maybe to other breeders as well, you know what you're selling to people, and you also know, it also helps you with medication as well. When you tag them, you know what medication you've given to this, to the piglets, to the pigs as well. That is the purpose of tagging these piglets as well at the farm. Then what else? Let's talk about deworming. Most of you have been asking, do you actually treat your pigs at the farm? Yes, we do deworm our pigs at the farm at least 1 to 2 months, depending on their body score, depending on how they look as well, so you can easily deworm them. So guys, let's talk about the key challenges, the major challenges that we get with the piglets, especially when you wean the piglets. So the main cause, the main challenge is diarrhea. Because of, you know, changing, adjusting into the new feeds and all that, most of them may get diarrhea. Guys, let's talk about vaccination. Most of you have been really asking us, what do you guys vaccinate your animals, your pigs, especially at the farm? So in this video we're talking about more of the piglets. So for the sows, 3 weeks to farrowing, it's better for you to vaccinate the sow with E. coli. E. coli is the vaccine that we administer for them. And E. coli really affects the piglets, especially when they are born or when they're going to be weaned. So there's another option that you can do with vaccination. You can also vaccinate maybe the piglets when they are weaned. That is after at one month. Yes, you can vaccinate them at 1 month with the E. coli vaccine, which is also very good for them. So, but the best option is to vaccinate direct to the piglets. But you can do either the sow when it's 3 weeks to farrowing, or to the piglets at 1 month, which is really very, very important. So those are the things that you need to make sure at your farms you have them administered on time. Do not delay, do not take it for granted because you're raising pigs and maybe you want to for slaughter. Even if you're going for slaughter, please make sure that you raise your pigs so that they can get the actual weight that you're looking for. Just wanted to concentrate more on the piglets on this video, but other videos will be coming up for you so that we can learn more about pig farming, how you can benefit from it, how can you can reach the weight, the desired weight, the slaughter age. So make sure that your feeding is proper, you've really done what you're supposed to do, you've treated them, they're really looking nice, healthy, they have enough water, they're being fed on time, the cleanliness is key at your farm. All those things put together, you'll never fail in pig farming. But I really appreciate you. I don't want to talk too much on this video. I hope you've really picked 1 or 2 things from this video and you've noted it down. And of course, for future videos, leave your comments down below, leave your questions down below. We shall definitely bring for you the answers to them, and we shall also do detailed videos as well. In case you need consultation on pig farming, you can definitely book a session with us so that we can do it for you, so that we can teach you how you can go about the business, so that you don't make mistakes that we did in the beginning as well, because you know, through experience you learn some of the things. So book your consultations so that we can definitely do something better for your farm. We can as well also visit your farms in case we can, that can be arranged maybe. I hope you've learned something. Please like the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, because you know, sharing is caring, and also share with your friends and family. And of course, for those who have not really checked out our social media platforms, you're missing out. Go check it out. On Instagram it is Value Farm UG, Facebook is Value Farm, TikTok is also Value Farm. Go see behind the scenes, go get motivated, go get inspired, go see what we are doing after another farm. Some things that do not make it to YouTube right here, some of them are just that side because these are like short clips here there. But I really appreciate you guys so much. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Till next time, bye.